G'day guys, it is day 2 in Litchfield National Park and stop 1 for the day. We are at Wangi Falls. So we've left Bachelor where we're staying, we've headed right to the back of the park to hit the last 4 spots that we didn't get to yesterday. But stop number 1 is Wangi Falls, this beautiful big waterfall up here, and I think there's more Mertens. There's more Mertens water monitors hanging around, so wish us luck. Speaking of Mertens water monitors, how crazy is that? They're just so calm here. They're just around everybody. I wish there wasn't so many people around, could actually get pretty close. He's just chilling, he's just doing his thing. He's not worried about everybody. Look, there's people everywhere and he's just hanging out. How beautiful is this spot? I think it's actually only just reopened this week because I think a saltwater croc got in there somehow, so they had to spend some time catching the croc and helicoptering him out of here. But yeah, look at that. I can't get over how chill these Mertens are. They're just so accustomed to people. Dead set, just like lace monitors around a barbecue in Sydney. How good are these guys? Literally crocodiles of the land. Beautiful, beautiful Mertens water monitor. I did a bit more of a talk in last week's video or the week prior, so make sure you check out those if you haven't already. I'm sure we'll come across a few more of these fellas today. He's just going for a bit of a forage through the leaf litter there, trying to find himself a little snack. Stop 2 with sites 2 and 3. We got Green Ant Creek and Tjaetaba Falls. Probably saying it completely wrong. I'm gonna go for a little walk. So we got some more swimming holes and whatnot. Hopefully find something other than a Mertens. I'll take more Mertens, but something different would be cool. This is cooked. No one come to Tjaetaba Falls. Woo, so that is a solid half an hour walk, and that's like chugging along up hills, and yeah, that's a big walk. Hopefully it'll be worth it. We're at the top of the falls here. You can walk down to the bottom. I think you can swim in the bottom. Oh, that was the biggest step than I thought. I think you can swim in the bottom pools down there. So as you can see, we got that dropping down there, beautiful clear water into this pool and then off the edge. But I don't know how much further down that is and if we want to track it down. Oh no, it's just a lookout actually. I think this is actually the swimming hole here. But there was more cars. There was a few cars, so you must be able to get down. Maybe not. No, maybe not. This is actually pretty cool. And I reckon I'm going for a dip. Oh, look at this big pool at the top here. You could fully swim in that too. Oh, this is stunning. Look at this. That's what dreams are made of. It's even deeper there. That's a croc special, that is. Whew. So that was actually a super cool, like really chill spot. Because it is quite a walk, there wasn't too many people up here. So as shit as it was on the way up, I do recommend it. It was a beautiful spot. There was a little plunge pool at the edge of the falls there. And at the top of those falls, you could see how deep that actually was. It was, yeah. If you weren't worried about crocs, you could definitely have a dip in there. We are at our last stop that's accessible for Litchfield at the moment. There's a few other stops, Lost City, which is closed, we couldn't get to, the Blyth Homestead, maybe another waterfall or two, but you do need a good four-wheel drive to get there. So this is the Tabletop Swamp. I've seen on iNat more Mertens entries. There's going to be snakes around here. We'll see how much luck we have. A variety of birds. It's just everything's so burnt. That would be why we pretty much found nothing last night, because all the habitat's been burnt. All the roadside, lock the car. All the roadside habitat's just been absolutely decimated. So there's nowhere for snakes to hide to then appear on the road, especially geckos, smaller species, because up in the flames they just go gone. The skinks, the little dragons, the geckos, unless they're in under a rock or in a burrow, they got, or in one of the termite mounds, they got no chance. But there's really not much left for them. So yeah, hopefully tonight we'll have a little bit more luck, and yeah, hopefully we can find something around here. Nothing much going on here. You can probably drive past this stop. So we've just been for a dip back at Bully Rockhole, where we saw the Mertens yesterday and all the little Gilbert's dragons running around. There's actually a second species of dragon here. It's a little species of two-line dragon. I'm pretty sure he's just basking on the path here. You can just see him. He's probably gonna... Where is he? There he is. Beautiful little lizard. You can obviously see why they're called the two-line dragon. Look at him giving us a wave, just like our ones yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful little dude. He's only tiny. And they run on their back legs. See if we can get any closer. There he is there. Beautiful, beautiful little lizard. He's a stunning little dude. Absolutely loving it. Hey! Bloody show off. I'd be like that too if I had them. Alrighty guys, we're back out here tonight. Hopefully we're gonna have a little bit more luck. It ain't looking like it so far. We've only just come across our first reptile for the night. And I feel like we're just making the exact same video. We got the little dragons today, the Mertens today, and now we've got a little Mertens legless lizard. Exactly like last night. Alrighty guys, so we let our little Mertens legless lizard going. I got stuck talking to a mate who's actually up here for the Darwin Street Art Festival. His work's incredible, Jordan Lucky, so check him out on Instagram if you haven't already. He does heaps of wildlife paintings and whatnot. It's absolutely epic. But on to the next animal for the night, the cane toad. Now this guy, apart from the fire, could also be a reason, well, it is also a reason we're not seeing as many animals as we would have, say, 50 to 100 years ago, before these guys were introduced. These guys are deadly to our Australian native reptiles. and they love to eat them. Our snakes will eat them, our mertens will eat them. Thankfully, they're sort of starting to know and to learn not to eat them. There's been, what would you call it? You wouldn't call it a study. There's been a practice, I guess you could call it, where they've gone to areas and released young baby cane toads. The Mertens water monitors will then eat them, and just because they're much smaller, they'll get really crook in the guts, and from there they'll learn not to eat the bigger guys, which would indefinitely kill them for good. Big problem here in Australia, the cane toad, mostly in the north of Australia. They're honestly everywhere. We do have one species of snake which can eat these guys, which is just bloody ripper, and it is the keelback, which we haven't come across yet on this trip. We've seen them in our Cairns videos from this time last year. Bit of a backstory on this guy, the cane toad. We are having absolutely no luck on the road tonight, so we thought we'd go for a little bit of a walk. And you can see how burnt up this habitat is. There's just absolutely nothing left. But I'll show you guys something pretty damn cool. You see all these little rocks here. So there's nooks and crannies amongst the rocks. And in them, you got little binos geckos. And they're actually running all throughout these little rocks here. So what they must do, when the fire comes through, there must be enough holes and cracks and crevices for these little fellas to actually get in under the rock and away from the fire. So that's pretty cool. That's a testament to these little fellas and their survivability. So guys, like I was saying, we've just hit foot. There's a few rock stacks here. Everything else has been pretty much burnt, but the little rock stacks here, animals would be able to seek shelter amongst these and survive the fires. And these are hot. These rocks are hot. So you can imagine being between both of these rocks, the temperatures you're gonna get. And exactly, look at this, the first rock I stick my head under. Children's python. And there we are, our children's python, our first python for the trip. Antaresia childreni. This area of children's python is actually what was initially called children's pythons. Down towards Broken Hill, where we've seen these guys on the channels before, they were initially called the Stimson's python, Antaresia stimsoni, but now they have all been reclassified as children's python. So they're all thought to be just the one species that's a little bit variable in colouring and patterning. And you can see that. You can definitely see the difference in patterns and colours compared to what you do get around Broken Hill. I've also seen these guys in outback Queensland, up around Mount Isa. But yeah, these are a ripper little snake. Not the ginormous olive python or larger water python or black-headed python that we were after, which we've never seen before. But hey, I'll never ever complain seeing any species of python. And this is a little cracker. I find it so cool and interesting that he was actually between these two rocks, like a big heat panel. He's getting the warmth off the floor and the warmth off the top of the rock. It's like a little oven in there. I actually initially looked under because the Tjaetaba, a gyra species, ran underneath. And to my surprise, this little fella was laying right there. So we are done with this beautiful little children's python. She's a little cracker, and I'm so happy to see that. I was worried we weren't going to get anything new today, and then just like that. That's what we might have to do. We might have to focus on these rock faces that are holding a lot more heat than the road. We're going to send you back into your little heat source, back into your little oven, girly. Off you go, gorgeous. There you go. Yes! How good is that? And finally, guys, a new species for the night. If it wants to focus. A new species of Oedura for me. Oh, that is a beautiful little gecko. He's an absolute cracker. He is stunning.
And he's another survivor of all the backburns here. He is beautiful. I have to look up exactly what type of gecko he is. He might be a velvet marbled gecko. He's definitely in the Oedura genus, so I'll have to double check and get that back to you. Look at that original tail too. The purples, the yellows with the white bands. That is a stunning, stunning little gecko. He's a cracker. We've just come back to where our children's python was, guys, and we got our second Oedura. Just hanging upside down in ambush, waiting for some delicious bugs to come past. Another little cracker too, with his original tail. He's actually not as vibrant as the last one, but super duper pretty nonetheless. And that's interesting actually. Have a look at his patterns, and then we come out and we have a look at this rock. The oranges and the yellow and the green blotches throughout that rock. Even the purples. Like I say in every single video, our native Australian wildlife, our reptiles have just the most amazing, impressive camouflage. Blows my mind every time.